Hi everyone, it's Jill Lancet, independent demonstrator for Stampin' Up! In Australia, and I'm back in business. I have been off. I had shingles, and let me just tell you, you don't want that. Now my desk is looking a little bit crazy at the moment. But I just want to get a bit of business out of the way first. Okay, here is my website. If you want to purchase anything, you can go there. You can contact me via email or through my Facebook page. Please follow me on Facebook. And you can also go to my YouTube channel and please subscribe, because then you'll get notifications of when I do actually make a video. Anyway, there's my current host code, which ends on the 5th of February. So if you place an order, there is a position on the cart for you to put that in. Anyway, let's get down to this. Look, this celebration is in full flight at the moment. Now, I've pretty much got nearly one of everything. I've got a couple coming. Now, celebration is where you order something, and it's up until the 28th of February, so you've got plenty of time. You order something out of this, the clearance rack, whatever you order. If it totals $90, you're eligible for one of these free rewards. Now we've got the adorable owls. I've made a couple of cards there. I haven't got them at the moment. I put them on a display board, and I couldn't attend, but it went to a store we had here for Australia Day, and they've still got them. The other one is Thanks a Bunch. Now I've got that one coming. I looked at that and I thought, carrots, what the heck are you going to do with that? But I have seen so much done with this, all the wonderful demonstrators and people out there that have made things out of that. Yeah, so I ordered it. This beautiful paper, I've covered that before, absolutely gorgeous. All of these are for a $90 spend. There's this beautiful farmyard, Day at the Farm it's called. Beautiful 12 by 12 papers. All the papers in here are 12 by 12, I think. I'm pretty sure. Then there's this beautiful Sending Support stamp set, which is always lovely to have, because, I mean, generally speaking, you send a card so that you can show your support to somebody, whether it's thanks or thinking of you. And this gorgeous paper here. Now, some of them are designed to go with stamps and die sets and bundles in this new mini catalogue. I have covered that, so I won't go into that again. But I just wanted to show you these beautiful stamps sets that you can get for $90. Now we're into $180. If you spend $180, you can get this gorgeous stamp set. There's a lot in this stamp set. It's a two-step stamp set. And these beautiful papers. And this is a huge pack. They're 12 by 12. And there's 48 sheets in there. I mean, seriously, that's going to cover your card making for the total of the whole year. We've also got a host stamp set, which is this beautiful one here. I have that, and I am yet to make something with it, but that's the way it goes. We've also got this fantastic joining fee at the moment. Option 1, normally it's $169, but you can up that to $210. You'll actually get $315 worth of products, your choice, from the annual catalogue or the mini catalogue. And you'll get this beautiful exclusive boho blue mini stamp and cut and emboss machine. The second option is exactly the same as the first one, but instead of getting the blue one, you're going to get the white one. So you need the code numbers for that when you put it in. The blue one is for a limited time only. So if you've really got your heart set on that blue one, option 1 is for you. Option 3 is our normal $169 joining fee, but they've upped it to $315 worth of products. It's normally like $235 worth of products that you choose. You pick and choose what you want in it. That is amazing. $169 and you get $315 worth of stuff. No shipping cost on that order. You get catalogues, you get a little business kit if you want to do that. Otherwise, just enjoy your 20% discount on future orders. There's no strings attached. You can drop out after the first quarter if that's what you want to do. So think about that one. So that's the mini catalogue. That's the celebration. The mini catalogue, I won't go through this again, but I'm just going to show you some of the items that I'm going to use today. These things that came out of the mini catalogue are these beautiful little gems. What did I do with them? If you could see the other side of my desk, you would think I'm a grot. Okay, I'll just take them out because they're so lovely. They've got like a brushed silver finish and also this black. I haven't used any yet, so I'm going to use them today. But they come in a sweet collection called Ready to Ride, and it's for the blokes. It's motorbikes and all that sort of blokey stuff. So that's out of the mini catalogue. Out of the annual catalogue, I'm going to be using this little sleeper of a stamp set. Look at those, it's 2-step stamping there. So you can have your outline or you can just have the infill. It does coordinate with the Beautiful Shapes dies. I don't have those, but you could use any. These fit into these shapes here. So we're going to use that today. We're also going to be using, I'm just using the greetings. So, excuse me, thankful we're friends and wishing you the best day ever. Pretty generic greetings. So the next thing we're going to be using is this stamp. I bought this ages ago and I haven't used it yet. And then I saw Frenchie Stamps, which is the name of her blog, use it. I watched her little video and I was inspired to use that today. And if that music's a bit loud, I'll just turn it down. I'm using these beautiful opal rounds and the double-sided adhesive sheets. They've got adhesive on both sides and I'm going to show you what I'm using today. So, yeah, bear with me and we'll get started. Okay, put them up there. Get these out of the way. I'm a bit out of practice, so yeah, bear with me. Be gentle. Okay, so the first card we're going to make, after crafting and crafting and crafting, look at all the scraps that I have. Now, Bruno Bertucci has a beautiful video on using these scraps, and I thought, look, I'm not letting them go to waste. I'm going to use them, and they're just all bits and pieces. So what I've done is, and I'm going to continue on, I've done most of it. I didn't think you'd want to sit here and watch this for like, I don't know, half an hour. So what I've done is I've put the adhesive on a piece of cardstock and I've just pulled it off as I need to, okay? Otherwise you've got sticky stuff everywhere. And I thought it'd be nice to put them on the angle. I mean, this is not a new technique, but I just saw all these. I was tidying up my desk and I went, why would you waste those? Why would you waste them? So now I've done all of these diagonally this way. I'm taking off the release paper and I'm going to put these on this way, just to add some interest. And you can cut them off as you go along if you want to, but I'm only cutting them off because I want to use them again. So I'm just choosing random pieces, random bits and pieces, and I'm just sticking them down. I'm just lining them up. So I'm sorry, fast forward if this is going to be like a bugbear for you to watch this. But I just wanted to show you that recycling is fun. I mean, you can do, look at this little piece of black. I mean, you just chuck that in the bin normally. No, we're not doing that. We're using it. So I'm just lining them up against one another. And I'm going to cut this piece down, so don't worry. Now I've got beautiful designer paper as well. These are all scraps. This bit has been cut so that there's a bit of a lip on it. So I'm going to just flatten that down with my bone folder. And you can see it's not really hard. And I'll just cut that off so we can use that later. Oh, here's a nice, oh, do I use floral? Yes, why not? Floral or no, floral. This is a nice big piece. This is going to take up a bit of space. So that's nice. And this is just all random, really. I think I'll put a bit of this in there next. Now we're going to put a greeting on this, so, you know. It's just it's like patchwork, I guess, don't you think? Patchwork, something like that. So this is my first video since I've had shingles. I have attempted to come in a couple of times. Today in Sydney is like a plastic bag, like being inside a plastic bag. I kid you not, it is so steamy. If it doesn't rain, I'll be extremely surprised. But yesterday was worse, and we had a tree cut down in the front driveway the other day, and my husband and two of my sons had to cut all that wood up because we have a wood fire. It's going to be used, but they had to split it and chop it down, and it was very noisy, and I thought, no, I'm not going to compete with a chainsaw and an electrical wood splitter. So yeah, didn't happen. But you just go along, use your little, you know, it's great if they're all different sizes. It adds a little bit of interest and texture. And as I said, once you get started, it doesn't take that long to pop them in. And yeah, we're going to chop them all off at the end. I just thought you'd like to see the process without having to go through the whole process. And these are just random colours thrown together. There are even a few bits, like these bits here, that I have trimmed off the next card that I'm going to make, and you'll see that I've used it here. I'm using it again, and don't waste those bits. Like, if you can do this while you're watching TV, if you're that way inclined, if you want to. What about a really pretty piece of floral next to that? And you just keep going along until you've covered the whole piece. Let's put a bit of red somewhere. What do we got? We've got some little bits of red. I hope this is in camera. I'm going to kill myself if it's not. But anyway, it should be. I'm pretty sure it is. I'm going to be very embarrassed if it's not. Now, what colour? What will I do next? What about a big piece of black just to finish it off? There we go. Okay, so now I have that. Now I'm going to just give that a good rub from the back, just so they're all stuck down. We've got this crazy patchwork effect happening. So I'm going to put it onto a black background, but I want to trim this down a bit. I certainly want to trim this down. So now if you're wondering where this little trimmer came from, it was for sale a few years ago. It's like a little guillotine, but it's not available anymore. But sorry if I'm making you jealous. But it's a very extremely handy little guillotine. I hope I didn't bump the camera there. Let me just trim this down and we'll see if we've got it to the right size. Okay, my little dog won't come in to my craft room. I don't know how many ways I've tried to entice her to come in, but when I'm using the guillotine, it hurts her ears, obviously, because she heads for the hills, so she doesn't even bother to come in anymore. Okay, let's have a look at this. So I want to put it onto this black piece. It's going to probably have to be a bit smaller. Oh yeah, really smaller. Now the black border just makes it pop. So where's my pencil? I'm just going to mark that there. Oh gosh, it's black on black. Okay, so I'll just pop all these out of the way because I can reuse these again. I mean, if you can't be bothered, throw them out because they will just weigh you down, all these scraps, if you're not going to use them. So at least I got some of them got a second life out of before they get chucked out. So now I've got to cut this down again. This is a very simple card. And I did the same. Look at that. Isn't that cute? That could go somewhere else. Yeah, recycling. It's good. Okay. So now you might see that I have done the same thing on the inside of the card, and I just want to trim those off. So I'm just going to pop that in there and trim them off. And I've got a beautiful focal point inside my card. Okay, that's no longer required. Now, I have this black mat, as we like to call it. I'm just trying to work out which way I want to do it. So I'm going to glue that on. Bear with me. And it didn't really take that long to do this. And I think that was my stomach growling just then, if you heard that. Yeah, I've had shingles. I'm on some nerve pain medication, which is working. My skin is starting to heal up, which is the horrible part of shingles is the fact that your skin, you know, breaks out in these horrible blisters. I don't want to go into too much detail, but eventually those blisters break and your skin is very, very, what's the word I'm looking for? Your skin is very, very sensitive. That's the word I'm looking for there. So I just refolded that a little bit because you could see the bits out the front. Okay, so we've glued that onto there. Let's glue that onto here. And I think Do I want it that way or do I want it that way? I think I want it that way. Okay, easy peasy. So remember, we've just used some scraps, some black card, some white card, just some panels trimmed down. And we've got this quilted effect happening here. Now, what I did was I punched, I think it's still available in the clearance rack. It is the 1 3/8 scalloped punch. So I've punched that out in black. I've just stamped hello from another stamp set, which I can't for the life of me think of what it was. I think it's Forever Forever Green, Forever Fern. Yeah, Forever Fern. Sorry, out of practice, sorry. And I think I just bumped the camera again. So I've just stamped the hello. I mean, that's pretty generic greeting. So I'll punch that out there. That is a little tip. I'm using all scraps today. That was a little scrap that was sitting on my desk. Now, I wouldn't be able to hold that in there. So I've just taken one of the little post-it notes and popped it on the edge. And now I've got a handle that I can use that with. And I'll reuse that post-it note. So now I've got these two little, the little greeting. I might pop that up on Dimensionals. Actually, I'll glue that on and then I'll pop it because that would be easier. So a bit of liquid glue, or whatever your favourite adhesive is. Pop that on there like that. Just gives it that little, so that's the 1 1/4. I'm not sure, you probably can't get this still from Stampin' Up, but I never throw anything out. But you could use dies, circular dies. You could use the beautiful stylish shapes to do that with. Put that up on Dimensionals. So just put a couple on there. Just put 3 on, I think. And, oops. Oh, I forgot to tell you about the ribbon. I'm really loving that black and white ribbon, and it's in the annual catalogue. Check your card. Yep, check your card. Yeah, it's in the annual catalogue. I hope that's straight. Oops. That looks straight. Yep, that looks fairly straight. Yeah, I probably should have looked that up for you, but it's the black and white gingham ribbon. Now, there's the item number if you're really interested in that. Now, you get a lot of ribbon in these. It's like 10 yards. That's a lot of ribbon. So, yeah, I'm really loving this ribbon. It ties beautifully. It goes with everything. So, rabbit ears. Just going to make a little bow, leave it on the spool and make a nice little bow. Sometimes you can fiddle with these for ages, just to get them so. But I think that's big enough. Sorry, can't tie a bow and talk at the same time. So yeah, I just snip it off there, snip that side off there. Makes a beautiful little bow. Ties in the black and the white. Pop it there with a glue dot if I had some. Oh, here they are. So I take the bow to the glue dot, pop it on, just give it a really good press. Peel it off and place it. Now I have a nice greeting for inside, and it's just going to be in the Memento Black. Just clear some space on this desk. Either one of these would do. Wishing you the best day ever. I think I might do that one. So I have that on the block already. I usually just use a piece of scrap just to have a go at it first. So I haven't used this before, and you'll see that it's not picking up the ink very well. So that's why I always do a good test first. Okay, now I need my Stampin' mat. Just pop that under there. That will give me the cushioning that I need. It pushes back against the stamp. So we'll ink it up again. Fingers crossed, hold your breath. And pop it somewhere about there, I reckon. And you know what? It's not the end of the world if it doesn't stamp perfectly. Beautiful. So there's a card, a simple card we made using scraps that were literally laying around on my desk. So a pretty little card. Didn't use any of your designer series paper, just scraps. So there's card number 1. Okay. Now card number 2, I've already done half of it again, and I'm just going to show you how I did it. I did it with the Stamparatus. Now Frenchie did it with baby wipes, and I thought there's got to be an easy way. So I'm going to just create how I stamped this, and then we'll put this card together. Okay, so here is my huge big stamp on my Stamparatus. Now it's a red rubber one, and I like these ones. I like to put closer to the opening edges, because if you put them close to the hinge, sometimes you don't get the leverage to stamp these really big stamps. So I'm going to do them in different colours, just for the heck of it, you know. So the first thing I need to do is work out where my stamp is going to go. Okay, so I reckon it's going to go about there. And I'm just going to use a little bit of my, well, I have run out of the normal stamp and seal. So I just have to use some temporary other tape that I've got. I'm just putting a little bit on the back, just so it stays where I want it to stay. I'm putting it there. I can't put the magnets on it, that's why. In case you're wondering why the magnets are there being unused. That's why. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that it's going to be trimmed down anyway. So, right, I've got my card in place, and you can see there was some ink already on there. So I'm going to use these 3 colours: Pumpkin Pie, Melon Mumbo, and Rich Raspberry. I have no idea how these are going to turn out, but we're going to find out. So lightest colour first, and I'm just going to go, oops, sorry, I don't know if you saw that. Let me show you what I did. I just swiped this over, and I think you can see that on there. It's not totally inked, so some nice pressure. This is the good thing about the Stamparatus. So you can see that looks like a hot mess. So now I'm going to go in with the Melon Mumbo, which is a darker, which is a pinky colour. And I'm just going to go around like that. And let's see. This is called experimenting. Now, if you start with your lighter colour, it won't affect your ink pads when you're mixing the colours. So let's see what happens here. Yep. Don't forget, this is going to be cut down. Now you can use some wet ones, which mine are actually dry at the moment. It's that hot in here, I kid you not. So I'm just moistening that, and you can just go along. You just go along and dab some of that off, and it'll fade those harsh ink pad lines. So let's see how that goes. I must admit, when I chose these two colours, I chose them at random. So I think we need some more of the lighter colour, so I'll just wipe that with this, seeing as I've got this here. Yeah, let's see what happens if I get the pumpkin pie back out again and just go like this. I love it when you just randomly do stuff. Okay, I think I'm happy with that. I don't think I need to do any more on that. There, in the stamp itself are these lines that look like it's, what's the word? I don't know. Not perfect. Not perfect. But there's those three colours: Melon Mumbo, Pumpkin Pie, and what did I say? Rich Raspberry. You know, you can add colour. You can always add colour, but you can't take it back off. So look, I'm happy with that. I'm calling that done, okay, because this is going to be cut down. I'll use this for a later card. All right, that can go away now. So yeah, you can also use your sponge daubers to add the colour if you want it in specific places. But look, I'm happy with that. It's got that worn look about it. So here's the first one I did using lighter colours, and I've cut this down, but same process. I just put the ink pads on. I used the wet ones to just smear the colours, and I just kept doing it. And that's the good thing about the Stamparatus, is that you can do that. You can keep repeating, inking, stamping, inking, stamping. So now my vision for this card was very much the same as the last card. So you've already seen me cut that out. This is where I cut the two black circles, the scalloped circles from. Nobody's going to see those. Saves me getting another piece of black out to cut that. So I've done a very, very thin border. I think I used Calypso Coral, crushed curry, and I cannot for the life of me think what the other colour was. Anyway, I've used a piece of Calypso Coral here. I'm going to glue this black panel, or matte as we call it. It's a black matte. Straight onto the Calypso Coral panel. Now when I'm gluing this, the liquid glue gives you time to wiggle that around. So what I'm looking at here is that border the same width as that border, the same width as that border. So I've got time to wiggle that down if it needs to be wiggled. And then when I'm happy with that, I can put this end down and hopefully it's all straight. Now I'm going to put this bit on, and again it's not a very big border because I wanted to accentuate, like the black just pops the colours. They use that on TV screens when you, I think they're pixels. Each of the coloured pixels are surrounded by black. So this is going on here. Just checking that border all the way around. And I can sort of move it around before the glue takes hold. Now, I want to put this in the centre, but I think I might pop a piece of this ribbon around the bottom. What do you think? I think so. Maybe a bow there. Scissors. Okay. Yeah, so we got this great big tree chopped down. I mean, I'm not disparaging the electricity company, but they come and they trim the tree. They trim the tree so it doesn't impede the wires. But by the end of it, the tree is now lopsided. Huge, big gum tree hanging over the house lopsidedly. And we've had some terrible winds in the last few months, and this tree, as it turns out, it had termites in the bottom of it, so like more than likely it was going to fall down on my house, so that was not very good. So there we have that. I think that black and white ribbon just pops that so much. Okay, gluing that onto the front. And I try to always put a little bit of glue on the ribbon, just as an added measure. And there we go. Another really relatively quick card. I'm going to pop this up so I'll glue it the same. It's the same, what we call card sketch. We call that a card sketch, where there's a focal point, there's something happening here. You can use this card sketch to create different looks just by changing the paper. This one's actually stamped, so no paper on that. No, I want these. Oh, I forgot to put gems on the other one. Hang on. I'll be right with you in a sec, as soon as I've done this. Where's my take your pick? That thing gets lost. Oh, there it is, right there. Oh my gosh. So handy, the take your pick tool. So I'm popping that up there. I mean, it's perfect. It's crying out for my little thing here. So I'm putting that there like that. I'm going to make a little bow again. I'll put them side by side in a minute, and you can compare the two. Okay, just another small bow. I mean, bows, you can fiddle with them all day. But at the end of the day, they add so much to the card, so... Right, okay, we'll do this one straight. I'll pop that there with my little glue dot. Best thing since sliced bread, glue dots. Oops, they're very, very sticky. So I'm going to pop that under there like that. And inside here, I'm just going to pop Thankful We Are Friends from that same stamp set. There's nothing inside this one, so You could certainly I could have put the scraps from that I'd cut off. Now this one also has not been stamped before. Stamp it a few times. There is a bit of a film on these photopolymer stamps when you first get them, so it's a good thing to clean them or stamp over and over and over with them before you actually use them on your project. Okay, now it looks like it's a very fine font. Just hold that there for a second. Beautiful. So now I'm going to just put some jewels, diamonds and things. No, not diamonds. I'm just going to put some of these black ones on here. I think that's just going to make them pop. I'm just going to go for... Or should I do the diamonds? I don't know. Let's have a look. What does a diamond look like on there? No. No. Oops. Now I can't get it off my take your pick. Back you go. I think I'm just going to put these little dots on. I like dots. So we'll put one up here. One down here. One over here. Oh, where did it go? Stuck to my finger. Dear, oh dear. I pulled it off the sticky thing. There. There we go. Let me think. Done. Before you think too hard about it. Okay. And on the other card, where have I put it? I was just going to put these beautiful opal rounds on. They've kind of like got, well, they're called opal rounds, and they've kind of got this iridescent sheen to them. So we'll put a couple of those on. Put one right there, it'll stand out. There's a big one. And if you're OCD and notice that I just took them randomly, sorry about that. So 1, 2, usually you put at least 3 odd numbers. Oh my gosh, right. Put one down here. Put a small one here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll put a big one. There's 2 sizes. We'll put a big one next to him. Look, done. Although you can go crazy and add more. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Doi. There, look, that'll do. Okay. I'll just pop these side by side. You can have a look at them. And consider your verdict. So they used to say on TV. So both the same layout, basically, what we'd call a card sketch, focal point there. This one we've stamped. This one I've used up all the scraps on my desk, and I'm pretty sure I like both of them. Anyway, you can let me know in the comments. Don't forget to, if there's anything you'd like to purchase, you can go to my online store there. And if you use that host code, yeah, that'd be great. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Facebook. Anyway, thank you so much for bearing with me. I am feeling much better, and I'm hopefully going to continue along those lines. Okay, bye. Thank you. Bye.